She softly said that it simply didn't feel like the right time. She hadn't been seeing anyone and was only trying to move through each day quietly. For more than 5 decades under the lights of Hollywood, Meryl Streep has been admired as a symbol of extraordinary talent, strength, and a marriage that lasted almost 40 years and appeared unbreakable. Many people looked at her relationship with Don Gummer as an example of stability in an industry often known for short-lived romances. Yet behind that calm image is a truth that has surprised many people. Deep within Meryl's life story, there was one man whose memory remained with her forever. His name was John Cazale. He was the man whose hand she held during long nights in hospital hallways, the one beside whom she stayed as illness slowly weakened him. In the final days when John opened his eyes and quietly told her that everything would be all right, she wished only for more time. Decades have passed since then, yet the memory never truly faded. Now at the age of 76, when Meryl once became emotional while reflecting on the past, many people began to wonder how powerful that love must have been that even years of marriage and fame could not erase it. In 1976, in New York's lively Central Park, the 27-year-old stage actress stepped onto the stage in Shakespeare's Measure for Measure. Acting opposite her was John Cazale. He was not the typical glamorous Hollywood figure. He was quiet, thin, and thoughtful, with eyes that seemed to carry a quiet depth. From the first scenes they performed together, a connection appeared almost instantly. Love grew quickly and naturally between them. Meryl later described John as someone unlike anyone she had known before. He had intelligence, kindness, and a gentle sense of humor that made everything around them feel calm. At that time, Cazale was already recognized for his roles in films such as The Godfather and Dog Day Afternoon. In everyday life, however, he remained shy and humble. Meryl was more than 10 years younger and just beginning to build her career. Despite the difference in age and fame, their bond grew stronger. They spent long hours talking about theater, Shakespeare, and the quiet challenges actors often face. Within only a few days, they decided to live together in a small loft in Tribeca, Manhattan. Their life became a mixture of art and affection. Evenings were spent reading scripts, discussing characters, and supporting one another's work. Friends in the New York theater world often admired the connection between them. Many people remembered how Cazale looked at Streep with deep admiration, while she protected him with a natural devotion. They began imagining a future together. Al Pacino, John's close friend, once described their relationship as two people who seemed to understand each other perfectly. For Meryl, John was not only someone she loved, but also a creative partner she hoped to work beside for many years. Their relationship was calm and sincere, never loud or dramatic. It was simply two people finding comfort in each other within the busy artistic world around them. John once promised that when he earned enough money, they would marry. At that moment, everything seemed to be moving forward. Both of them were supported by the famous theater producer Joseph Papp, and their careers were growing. They were preparing for the film The Deer Hunter, which would place them together on screen again with John acting alongside Robert De Niro. It seemed like a bright future was beginning. But life changed suddenly in May of 1977. While performing in Agamemnon at Lincoln Center, John began coughing blood. A medical examination soon revealed devastating news. He had lung cancer that had already spread. The news shocked everyone around them. Doctors believed he might have only about a year left. Instead of stepping away, Meryl chose to remain completely by his side. She turned down many opportunities, accepted work mainly to help with medical expenses, and organized her schedule around hospital visits. From that moment, their relationship changed. Instead of romantic evenings, their days were filled with hospital corridors, medical equipment, and quiet waiting. During the filming of The Deer Hunter, insurance concerns almost forced the studio to replace John because of his condition. But Meryl and Robert De Niro strongly insisted that he remain in the role. De Niro even helped cover additional insurance costs so filming could continue. Director Michael Cimino arranged the schedule so John's scenes would be filmed first while his strength allowed it. Throughout the process, Meryl remained close to him, caring for him day after day. Even during difficult moments, they continued to hold hands. Friends often said she cared for him as if nothing else in the world mattered. In the final months, she rarely left his side. She stayed with him during long nights, sharing quiet conversations and moments of peace. Although very weak, John tried to comfort her. One day he opened his eyes, smiled gently, and assured her that she would be all right. On March 12, 1978, John Cazale passed away at the age of 42 in their Manhattan apartment. Meryl stayed beside him until the end. After his passing, she was deeply affected. She later said the loss never truly disappeared. It remained like a quiet scar that followed her through life. For many years, she rarely spoke about him publicly, because remembering meant reliving painful memories. Yet, in occasional interviews, she admitted that the experience taught her what it means to stay loyal and to love without conditions. Some observers believe the emotional depth seen in her early film performances reflected that experience. The sadness she expressed on screen often felt authentic because it came from real moments she had lived. John Cazale lived only 42 years, but the time he spent with Streep left a lasting influence. He remained not just a memory but an important part of her emotional and artistic life. Meryl once explained that she never truly moved past that loss. Instead, she learned to live with it, much like a scar that has healed but still reminds you of the past. Within her life, there has always been a quiet memory of John, something steady and constant like a second heartbeat. His influence also shaped the way she approached acting. Before entering major film roles, she learned from him a powerful form of honesty in performance. Acting, he believed, should always remain truthful rather than showy. She once said he taught her everything important about the craft. Not technical skills, but the attitude of listening to fellow actors and respecting emotional truth. After his death, she approached roles with new courage. Difficult characters and complex emotions no longer frightened her, because she had already experienced deep loss in real life. Many biographies, including Michael Schulman's book Her Again, Becoming Meryl Streep, suggest that the tragedy changed her outlook entirely. She became more careful about her choices and more protective of her private life. Years later, she participated in the 2009 documentary I Knew It Was You, rediscovering John Cazale. At first she hesitated, but when she realized the film aimed to honor his talent rather than focus only on tragedy, she agreed to take part. Her support encouraged friends like Al Pacino and others to share their memories. Together, they reminded audiences that